Hello, folks, and welcome to the Vertigo Tea Party, and let's try Extinction. Extinction is a game by Mustache. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's a zombie RPG survival game, and before you click away at the sound of another zombie game, this one is going to try to differentiate itself by the story and by having the choices that you make have a significant effect on the outcome. They are running a Kickstarter right now. The goal is actually only 1,250 pounds. It ends September 11th, so you still have a little bit of time to go fund that if you would like. £5 is the minimum that you need to get a copy of the game, but of course, always check out their various tiers if you are interested in this game. They do have a demo. The demo I'm about to play is available on the Kickstarter page, which I will link in the description bar below the video so that you can give this a try for yourself. Keep in mind, this is a very early demo, as with many Kickstarter cases. It is not finished. A lot of things will and probably will, well, almost certainly will change, get polished up, etc. So if you see any rough edges, then know that they will probably be fixed. With all that said, let's go ahead and get started here, and I'll explain a little bit more about the game as we go on. As you can see, it's got the old school graphics looks for old school RPGs. That sentence didn't make a lot of sense, but let's read this text. What's going on tonight? That's the 5th time I've been woken up. Do you want to attempt to get some sleep or get a drink and watch some TV? Well, if this was me, I would just stay in bed, even though I'm not physically in the bed. Is that my alarm? Wow, I guess it's 6 a.m. already. This is a repeat broadcast. The streets are full of fear and panic as a virus outbreak seems to be changing the way people are functioning. Mutations have been occurring within hours of infection, turning seemingly lifeless bodies into mindless human beings. We are not sure exactly how many people are affected, but it is estimated to be in the region of 60 million in the UK alone. We are yet to hear about any infection rates spreading in other countries, but we can only expect the worst. The advice being given out to stay inside and lock your doors. If you do encounter anyone who is infected, make sure you do not contact them physically, because there is no known cure for this outbreak. It has been reported that the virus has been spread by bites and scratches from the infected. This is yet to be confirmed. Only leave the safety of your house in an emergency. Stay together in numbers and try to survive long enough until something can be done about this epidemic. This is a repeat broadcast. Okay, few things. Since this is story driven, I'm going to be more critical of things that happen, words that are spoken, and the actions that people take, since via their Kickstarter and via their video, it does seem that they really want to focus on the story, getting you attached to characters, etc. So I'm going to be a little bit more critical of that type of thing starting off. And again, keep in mind, whoa, something done broke. It sounded like that came from Max's flat. I should go check it out. And again, keep in mind, a lot of this is early on, so obviously they have time to brush up the dialogue. And partially this is if the developers are watching, this is just one man's opinion on what he sees. But one thing I wanted to talk about on that broadcast, some of the dialogue was a bit strange. For example, an official broadcast saying try to stay alive until the authorities get there, basically. That's a pretty weird thing to say. It would kind of incite panic to say survive. Or maybe not just that word, but just the wording is not something I can see being used in any kind of official broadcast. Maybe say stay safe or something else other than that. So anyway, let's go ahead and check on our buddy in his flat. Is that blood? It probably is. Max, I hope he's all right. Oh my. What the fuck? Max, I will get help. It's okay, he's bleeding out of his eyes. I don't know what help you're gonna really do here. I don't know if that thing saw me. I can only hope that it didn't. Well, you did say loudly, Max, I'm going to help you. So, unless it's deaf, it probably knew you were there. Max needs my help, but I can't do it alone. I need backup, but I need to call Katie to make sure she is okay. I don't know if I should get in the elevator or call Katie from the flat. In other words, I have a decision to make. However, again, let me show you another issue that I've ran into. I've played through a few times, and I didn't get very far each time, but do I want to get in the elevator? Yes. So here's what happens when I get in the elevator. Oh man, what was that thing? I need to warn Katie if it isn't already too late. But I left my phone back in my apartment. I'm not going to another floor when those things could be all around the place, especially when I need to call Katie and help Max out. I just hope that thing is still around. So it gives you the option to go to the elevator, but if you go to the elevator, it's like, well, you know what? No, you need to go call her. So that's not really a choice when you're going to make me do it anyway. And in fact, if you try to leave, it says, I can't leave yet. I know too little. So you have to go call her. So again, a game that's going to focus on story and focus very strongly on giving you choices. It's not really a choice if you make me do it anyway. It's kind of an illusion of choice. It should be just ahead in the living room. So let's go ahead and give her a call, see if she's doing all right. I hope she isn't hurt. Sorry if you can hear the clicking on my keyboard. I noticed in the last game that I did like this, I'm trying to not click loudly on the old keyboard. Katie, what do you want? Katie, it's me, Johnny. That's actually my name, Johnny. Are you all right? Have you been attacked? What the fuck is going on? There are people banging on my door and windows at this time. I need my sleep. Listen to me, Katie. Don't go near those things. They're not people. I'm not sure what they are. Stay away from the doors and windows and hide in your house. Don't come out until I get to you. Katie, I can't just sit here and wait for the lunatics to break my door down. I'm going to tell them to get away from my house or I will call the police. Okay, again, another dialogue problem. I don't care what's happening, but if you're home alone and somebodies are banging at your doors and your windows, unless you are a lunatic, you're probably not going to open the door to say, hey, you guys need to go away before I call the cops. That's the last thing that you would want to do. You hide somewhere, call the cops immediately, grab a weapon, hide, whatever. But the last thing you would do is say, hey, you guys knock that off. That's madness. Johnny, Katie, no, stay and hide. Phone gets placed on the side. You hear footsteps. Windows smash, and you start to hear screaming. That's a hellacious scream, by the way. Katie, no! And she hung up. Well, at least she was polite. Katie, please, no. See, that's another thing that's a movie thing that's always bugged me, is like the phone hangs up. It's like, wait a minute, who hung the phone up? What the fuck do I do now? Oh, little potty mouth. I'll give you a pass. It is the zombie apocalypse. I'm going to need to leave this place and get weapons if I'm going to survive. The news said to stay in groups, so maybe I can find people in this block of flats. By the way, there's a knife in the kitchen that you can't pick up. So I think that should probably be pick-upable if you want to grab it. And I would. Max, I will come back for you. I hope you are still alive. There's also some weird pounding noise that goes on throughout this whole section. Not quite sure what's up with that. I think that must supposed to be just background noise. Shit, now another one of those things. It's in the way. How am I meant to get past it? A broom? You have to be kidding me. It will have to do. Let's grab the broom. Picks up the broom. Grrr. Hello, Mr. Zombie. Shit. What do I do? Okay, you have two quote-unquote choices here. You can attack or you can run. Now, if you run, the zombie kills you. So, again, that's not really a choice if when I choose it, you just kill me. That's not like a real... Unless it's just something really obvious, like you are standing on the edge of a cliff. What would you like to do? Take overly filtered Instagram photo or jump off? If I jump off, okay, well then that's just me being stupid. But I couldn't get away from the slow-moving zombie up a set of stairs. So anyway, let's attack. And as far as I can tell, sorry about the slamming on the keyboard, there isn't any combat. Basically, it decides what's going to happen. So you grip the broom tightly as you lunge toward the zombie, swinging wildly at its head. You hit the zombie, but it does not affect him in the slightest. You tense your muscles and swing with all your might toward the zombie's head, making perfect contact. Broom snaps in half. You were holding the one half, and it went back too fast. Basically, you smacked him in the head, killed the zombie. I killed it, just like it was some kind of animal. How am I different from these things if this is what I have to do? Again, that's a weird thing to say. He was attacking you, So that's significantly different than randomly killing people. But no time to have a guilty conscience. It is survival of the fittest now, and I will do what I can to stay alive. Staying alive. If only John Travolta was here to save me with Scientology. Is that crying? Let's go see. It must be coming from this room. Do you want to investigate? You can just not investigate, but we'll go ahead and look into this. Here I go. What? Who's there? I heard you're crying from the corridor. Can you unlock the door and let me in? It's not like one of those... I'm not like one of those things. I'm... Girl, things? What the fuck do you mean, things? Fuck off, you prick. Yeah, she's kind of angry. Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. I was merely saying that I'm not dangerous in any way and that you can trust me completely. Which, again, it's kind of a weird way to word that. I'm sorry. I just don't like anyone calling these people things. They're still people. Don't ever forget that. So, again, I know I'm nitpicking, but again, with a game that's going to focus on story and dialogue, I think it needs to be very, very well done. See The Walking Dead. Keep in mind, this just happened. We just woke up to this. So we're in the first few hours of this being a major thing. And people, as you'll see this more too going forward, if I don't die again, that people are kind of already moved into the, oh, well, it's the zombie apocalypse, let's just deal with this kind of mentality instead of a, whoa, like, what the hell is going on? This doesn't make sense. I don't want to kill this person. We can be cured, whatever. They've just seemed to have jumped into well, to an extent, and you'll see what I mean coming up with this girl in particular. But her saying, like, I don't want to call these people things. Again, it was 4 a.m. She was probably asleep. And all she's probably heard is the news broadcast. And so who she talked to that is also calling these people things. I don't know. Again, it's just very weird and more than I would normally think about dialogue. But given that this game's focus is on that, I think it does need to be cleaned up again. And hopefully if they make their goal, that is something they can work on. Anyway, she says they're still people, not things. Don't ever forget that. All right, I understand that. I am truly sorry. Just let me in and I can help you with your problem. Girl, how do I know you don't have any weapons? Or that you won't take any of my stuff? Or even kill me? I promise that I don't have any weapons. I'm not here to rob anything. There are plenty of abandoned rooms here that I could steal from, but I haven't. And as for killing you, why would I ever want to do that when the population is doing that itself? Okay, I trust you. Just keep your promises. I do like the noises and whatnot for opening and walking. I'm a big sound person. Johnny, what the fuck happened here? Nothing, just a mistake. A mistake? What kind of mistake? Look, my boyfriend came home from work bleeding and went straight to bed. Not a big deal, alright? You have disturbed me enough. Now can you please leave? Why would I leave? It's clear that you're not safe here. You need to leave with me. I'm safer in here with my boyfriend than I am out there with you. Your boyfriend sounds quite restless. Is he usually like this? No, he must have a fever. Stop talking about him. He'll be fine. Listen here, bitch. We both know what's going to happen to your boyfriend. All right, again, we jumped ahead a little bit to calling her a bitch. I think that was... You might have jumped the gun just a smidgen there, Johnny. Well, he isn't even your boyfriend anymore. So you're free. Oh, so she's available now. Hey, what's up, baby? I'm sorry to say this, but he is one of those things. Again, how do you know? Like, you just heard, like, one broadcast. It's a little quick to be like, well, he's dead. Bitch, what the fuck did I say about calling these people things? Fuck off out of my flat. Johnny, no. Yes, you cunt. Oh. Baby, you look better. How do you feel? Johnny, get back. He will attack you. He won't attack me. He's my boyfriend. Now, he looks totally fine, too. Come here, baby. I guess not. No. I tried to tell her, but she didn't listen. What do I do? Okay, again, if you attack, you die. So we're going to run. I have no weapon, and that thing is distracted. I should take my chances and run. Now, granted, I attacked just to see what would happen. Obviously, I think it would be dumb to attack when you have no weapon. But anyway, I'm not proud of what I just done, but I had to do it. Well, there's nothing to be proud of. You ran. She was obviously dead already. So I don't really see that's an issue. All right, there's an elevator over here. Do you want to enter the elevator? Yes, I do. Which floor do you desire? The ground floor. Very shaky elevator. Shakes the entire apartment. And if you go over here, it says no escape. If you walk by the elevator, it says no escape. Which is kind of amusing. Oh, all these doors are locked. I would say that that's laughing, yes. One of these is not locked. If you want to knock on the door, warn who is inside. Again. So why did I not give that option on the other doors? Why do I know to knock on this door in particular? Hello, is anyone there? Whoa. What do you want? I need your help. There's this thing upstairs that attacked my friend. It got out of his apartment and chased me down the hall. Are you bitten? No. Scratched? What about scratched? What? I'm not scratched. You need to help me save my friend, quick. Janitor, you shouldn't be shouting like that. It draws them in. As for your friend, well, if he's been bitten, it's already too late. How does he know that shouting will draw them in? Again, a better way to phrase that would be you don't want to draw attention, right? I mean, if this actually happened, you probably just want to be quiet when you know there's any kind of predator out looking for humans to murder. Let's see, Johnny, too late. He's still alive up there. Haven't you seen the news? Stay inside, lock your doors. Don't come into contact with anyone that's been bitten by one of them. What do you mean by one of them? Again, so now, before, I was on the end of saying, hey, this is what's going on, lady. He's a zombie now, or he's a whatever he is. You need to run. But now I'm just completely forgot about what happened 5 minutes ago. Come on, kid. Haven't you played Resident Evil or seen Dawn of the Dead? There's zombies out there. Whole town will have turned by now. And I actually was thinking about this while we're having this dialogue the first time I played. I was like, okay, is this another case where you're in a zombie world that has never had any history of zombies before? So I think it's cool that they're like, yeah, we've talked about zombies before. We've had games and had movies about zombies, but this is the real deal. So I like that they addressed that and early on as well. They aren't really zombies though, are they? You've seen it for yourself. Rotting, walks funny, cannibal behavior. They're about as zombie as it gets. Again, keep in mind, this is at most a few hours in. So how is this janitor seen so much? I mean, it's possible. It just seems weird that people are, again, already so experienced in this, despite it being only a few hours old and being like 4 in the morning, when most people were probably asleep. Johnny, the police must do something to stop them, though. The whole country's police are missing, infected or dead. Look, come inside. I've got enough supplies to last me a couple months. Once it all dies down, we'll head over to my brother's farm. It'll be safer out there. Even if you don't plan on traveling with me, you can stay in my flat until everything dies down, and then you can move on. Do you want to enter the janitor's apartment? This is a question we've all had at one point or another. If we had to go into the janitor's closet, I'm sure we've all experienced that in our youth, right? Anyway, let's go ahead and go into the apartment. Sure, that would be great. Janitor, I'm going to clean myself up. Just go through and make yourself at home, okay? Let's look over here. Door's locked. Well, I don't want to go walk in on him taking a poop or a shower. So we can see, oh, looks like somebody else is having some eye problems. What's that? Wow, he slammed that door like a boss. That, my friend, is around 1 month's dinner. You're going to eat him? You sick cunt. You'll be arrested if anyone sees this shit. Me too, if I'm here. I have to go. Like I said, there's no police, so no laws. Even if there were, who would be there to tell them? I don't care. You're fucked in the head. There's no difference. You're no different to the zombies. There's no way I'm staying here. I'm afraid you don't really have a choice. I plan on being here for 2 or so months, and then it's only going to last me 1. Jenny, get away from me. So he chases you down here. I tried to go in the kitchen to grab a knife. Aha, we used the shit to block him there. Make him run for it. Door is locked. Well, shit. Help! Help me! What did I tell you about keeping the noise down? Now it's time to pay. I can't move. Oh, now I can. Can we go? Ah, damn it. So was it the janitor that was laughing the whole time, or? Oh, whoa. Where are we now? This was like the third room. So yeah, we died. So again, I'm not really. The biggest criticism I have is the choices that aren't really choices. Basically, it's a progress with the story or die option. And before, I got captured by him in the kitchen because I tried to grab a knife. And this time, I died because the door to get out. Well, see here, that's another thing. Okay, I'm trying to get out of the house, but the door is locked. Okay, I'm inside the house, and I don't know how locks work in the UK, but in America, you open the lock from the inside. It's unless they're like in an old-timey house where there's a key that locks the door, and now both sides of the door are locked. But that's pretty damn old-timey. So shouldn't I just been able to unlock the door and leave? Unless maybe I was supposed to click the door again after I discovered that it was locked. But I do think this is an interesting premise. Again, my big problems being what I just talked about, and the dialogue, and people's reactions are a little bit too much like, oh, okay, it's a zombie apocalypse. Let's just deal with this after only a couple hours. So I do think that could use some sharpening, some cleaning up there. If you guys, I do think the premise is interesting. I like the idea of more. I do agree the zombie thing's kind of played out, but I think it's okay when it's approached in a different manner, such as this in Walking Dead, where it's more like you're the people trying to deal with the reality that is now a zombie apocalypse, and it's not just a frantic shooter or a horror, like a scary horror game. It's what do you do? How do you deal with people? Trust becomes a big issue because they could just be trying to kill you and take your stuff because they want to survive themselves. So going from that angle, I think it's a cool angle that's not been explored enough. So if they clean some of that stuff up, I think this game could be really interesting. If you guys want to check it out, again, go to the Kickstarter link below, and they have a demo there that you can check out for yourself. And of course, if you would like to contribute, you can do that via the Kickstarter page. Thank you guys for watching. As always, please leave comments. Let me know what you think. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe if you'd like to see more of these Let's Try videos. And I will see you next time.